Hello everybody. Let's go through a 20-minute practice. So we're going to work with warming up through the joints. So a nice gentle practice to release any stagnation in the joints. And this is so important, especially in winter, to keep the joints supple, to move into the joints where we do get blockages. So come and practice with me and let's begin. We'll stay in a seated position. So allowing yourself to sit tall, taking a rock from sit bone to sit bone. And let's begin. Close down the eyes. Closing the eyes. And allowing yourself to take a moment to scan into your body. Starting at the crown of the head, feeling into the whole of the body, trying not to miss any parts of the body. So taking your time, not rushing, feeling and noticing, and coming down, if you haven't already done so, finishing off down into the feet, the toes, and letting go now of the body. Let's take a moment to connect to your breath. Notice the breath, not changing the breath. How are you breathing? And then slowly beginning to connect with your breath, bringing in a deeper, slower breath. So take your time to take some slower breaths in and out through the nose. Feel the breath as it comes in through the nostrils and back out through both nostrils. On an inhale breath, beginning to fill up, filling into the lungs. And an exhale breath, can you soften, release the breath. Let's take a couple more breaths here. And one more deeper breath. And we'll begin with some tapping movements. So bringing now the fingers to the head and allow those fingers to tap all around the scalp. So tapping into the temples as well, around the hairline, center, around the back of the head, into the neck area, just a little bit longer in the head, that should feel nice. And then let's bring fingers to both eyebrows, tapping. You can tap out along to the temples and then back to your eyebrows. Come to tapping the space now between the eyebrows. So tapping into that space. One more tap. Come to below the eyes now, on the bony part, but very gently here. So gently tapping along underneath on the bony part. And then we'll come to tapping into the jaw. So starting along the jaw, moving the fingers. Can also move the jaw if that feels nice. So coming to the chin And then let those fingers come back along the jaw, either side of the ear, feels nice. Tapping the back along the jaw to the chin, just to the chin now, tapping on the tip of the chin. Let's move to the collarbone, moving out to the shoulders, tapping along each side of the collarbone. And let's come to the chest now, and we'll work with the breath here. So as you inhale, tapping with the fingers on the chest, and as you exhale, pat the chest like you're patting the breath out. Inhale and exhale. Couple more of those. Inhale and exhale the breath. Release the breath. Let's come to just stroking now out through the arm. So really as if you're trying to, and out through the fingers. And other side, really brush down as if you're trying to brush something off, out into the fingers. One more on this side. Coming to the shoulders, fingertips to the shoulders, drawing elbows up and back. Let's go once more, releasing tension in the shoulders, going the other way. And one more this way. And with the elbows, point them forward. Open out the arms, fingertips point forward. Keep the elbows where they are, just bending elbows and fingertips back to shoulders. Inhale, open the arms. Exhale, fingertips to shoulders. One more. Inhale and exhale. Release the arms. We'll come to the wrists now. So let's start by shaking out. So fingers are just moving side to side as we move into the wrists. This one's called the food mixer. And we come to the chopping action now. So up and down. Imagine you're chopping an onion, up and down. And then we're flapping. This one, let's go with it's fighting in the playground back in those days. And flapping up and down. And then pressing out. So come to your stop sign. Press out through the heels of the hands. Fingertips forward to release. Once more, press out through the heels. Press away. Fingertips forward. One more, we come to our chicken. So the back of the hands underneath the armpits if you can. If this one's too much, resting for a moment. Release elbows. Breathe into the sensations that you're feeling. And one more breath. And releasing the arms. We'll come to the hips now. So take the knees bent, still sitting up tall. You can use your hands to keep the spine long. Releasing knees from side to side. Windscreen wiper action. Letting knees, hips, feet move. Not rushing. And let's take one more to each side. Come back through to the center. Let's take the legs long now. So legs are long. Sitting back up onto sit bones. Pointing the toes and flexing. Lifting heels if you can. Point toes and flex feet. Toes point and flexing, maybe lifting heels. Pointing toes, flexing feet. Pointing toes all in towards one another. Fanning the feet out. Touch toes and back out, fanning. Two more. In, touching, fanning, touch toes and fan them out. Bring the legs back into cross-legged. Maybe you change the cross of the legs, sitting in the unhabitual way that you don't normally cross. Come back to seated. Take the arms out wide. This time we're going to let the right ear come down to the right shoulder. Right hand comes and rests on the left ear. Left arm is long, turning the palm up and down. Slowly resting just the hand, not forcing the neck. Feeling a stretch into the left side of the neck. Take one more. And then slowly releasing the left arm down. Hold for a moment, fingertips touching down. And then use the hand to help lift the head up. Back out with the arms. Other side, left ear to left shoulder, left hand to right ear. Resting the hand. Turning now through the right wrist. Up and down with the palm. Feeling the stretch into the right side of the neck. Take one more movement with the hand. Slowly release the arm down, fingertips down. And take a pause, breathing into the neck. And we'll slowly come up using the head, come down. Inhale, both arms up overhead, palms touch. Come down through the center line on an exhale. Inhale, sweep arms up overhead. Exhale, back down. Two more. Inhale to reach up. Exhale. One more of those. Inhale and exhale. We'll come into a side bend. Right hand comes down, out from the hip. Left arm up and over. Reach up and over. Stay reaching through the left fingers. Breathing into the left ribs. Inhale, both arms through to center. Left hand, opposite side. Reach up and over with the right arm. You can bend the left elbow. Reach through the top fingers. Breathing into the right ribs. Inhale, let's come back through to center. Arms reach up. This time interlace, press the palms away. Lift the ribs off the waist, making space into the sides of the body. And release the arms, come out and down with the arms. Let's come on to all fours. Make your way up to hands and knees. And here let's move through gazing forward. So keeping the spine neutral, just gazing ahead. Come into your child's pose, lowering forearms, lower hips, lower the forehead down. We keep moving. Inhale lifts you up, gaze ahead. Exhale, lower back down. Forearms, hips and forehead. Inhale, all fours. And exhale, child's pose. Let's take one more. Inhale, all fours. Exhale, child's pose. Back into your child's pose. Stay here, pause for a breath. Inhale, come back to your all fours. This time we're coming down to the front body. Bending elbows, come down with the chest, forehead comes down, hands by the shoulders. Lifting just the left leg off the mat, lift and lengthen it back down, release it down. Right leg lifts, releasing it down slowly. Keep the legs grounded. Inhale for cobra, lift, up, lengthen through the front body. Exhale, release a cheek down. So coming down to rest one cheek down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, other cheek comes down, looking out to the other side. Once more to lift for cobra. Inhale, lifts you, lengthen through the front body, and exhale, come down to the forehead. Pressing into the hands, come back to all fours, this time coming onto the knees to kneeling. Keep a hip width apart. Inhale, arms up overhead, palms come together, gazing up. Turn the hands so the backs of the hands are facing forward, the palms are facing back. We're lowering down, hips coming down, back of the hands to the lower back, and the forehead comes down to the floor. Inhale, let's come back up, engage into the thighs, lift arms up overhead, and you come back down again, rotate through the wrists, arms release down, hands to the lower back, and the forehead comes down. Inhale, strong in the thighs, strong in the core. Exhale, come down on your exhale. Use your exhale, drawing the navel towards the spine. Inhale, once more, arms wide up overhead. Exhale, lowering down with control. Rest the hands on the lower back, rest the forehead. This time hands can rest down by the feet. Taking just one more breath. And we're coming back to all fours, hands to come into your hands for all fours. And let's tuck toes. So this time we're shifting between downward facing dog and all fours. When you're ready, all toes tucked, spread through the fingers, the palms, lift up knees, hips, lower back down slowly. And as you come back down, take the gaze ahead. Tuck toes, inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, lower it back down, knees down, gazing ahead. Inhale, tucking toes, lifting hips. And exhale, all fours. Let's take that once more to tuck toes and lift up, downward facing dog. This time take a pedal out through the feet, lowering one heel and lower the other. Take your time between the sides, maybe looking out from one side to the other. Pedaling, stretching into the back of the legs. And then come to a still, downward facing dog. Releasing the neck. Gazing to the hands, walk to the top of the mat. Take your time to step one foot, the other to your forward bend, taking hold of opposite elbows. Take a gentle sway here from side to side. And then one more. Release the arms. We'll come up to stand. Press into the feet, arms wide, engage glutes, reach arms up overhead, palms to touch, and come down through the center line. As we come to stand, let's give everything a shake out. So shaking out through the legs, the arms, almost as if you're trying to release the muscles off the bones. Shake, shake, shake. Just keep going for a moment longer. And then we're going to finish where we started with some tapping in standing. So let's first start tapping down the left arm. So you just make a fist and you tap down the arm and you come back up the outside into the shoulder, the left shoulder, around just gently to the neck, and come now to the other arm, the right arm, tapping from shoulder all the way down to the hand, tapping the fingers, and then come back up, tapping, and back, tapping into And we'll come to tapping down the torso into the hips, the glutes, back around, and gently around the belly. So just a little gentle tap. And coming down the outside of the legs, come down to where you can, tapping, and tap back up the inside into the groin. And we'll do that once more down the legs, outside of the legs, and back up the inside. Hips, oh, that should feel nice. Into the glutes, tap, tap, tap. And we'll just finish off going clockwise into the belly. And once more, and we'll finish standing. So allow the arms to release down by the side, palms face forward. Take a moment, closing the eyes, feeling into the body, feeling any sensations after your tapping. And another breath in and out through the nose. Bringing the palms together at the chest, closing our practice, chin bows down to the heart. And taking a moment to feel grateful for your body, your energy and your breath. Closing with one breath. Inhale deeply. And exhale, releasing. And thank you, everyone. I hope that practice sets you up for the day ahead, or if you're practicing this in the afternoon, allowing you to flow through the rest of your day.